skin and bones. Grady, a rural ranch owner, and his friends went out hunting in the cold mountains. Rowdy, his brother, has been tending to the farm in his absence with Grady's wife Elena and her two sons, Derek and Tim. 10 days have passed and no one has heard from the hunting party. The sheriff and rescue parties have called off the search until the weather improves. Rowdy is preparing to go himself when he and Elena see Grady hobbling towards the house. He, along with Eddie Bear, a Native American who lives with the family, rushes out to help Grady. He is visibly injured and suffering from frostbite. The family recovers him and puts him to bed in his bedroom. When the family goes up to check on him, they notice that he doesn't look like he did before. A doctor visits and inspects him and tells the family it's amazing Grady survived. He comments that Grady must have found something to eat while lost in the wilderness, but has lost a lot of weight, and instructs them to make sure he's hydrated and fed, since his only words have been that he's hungry. Uncle Rowdy tells Derek he should take care of Tim, and Derek tells his uncle off, then punches him for fooling around with his mom. Rowdy remains calm. Grady's wife, Helena, tells Rowdy that Grady doesn't look like himself and that if he wasn't so weak, she'd strangle him herself. Derek, who has gone up to feed his dad, shouts. Mom goes up to investigate. Grady knocked the tray out of his hands. Derek leaves. Mom rearranges Grady's pillow, and as she stretches her arm over his face, he sticks out a nasty-looking tongue and licks her arm. And not in a sexy way. He tells her she tastes good. In the middle of the night, Rowdy's asleep downstairs and hears noises coming from the barn. He goes to investigate. He finds a horse has been attacked and slaughtered. He asks what could have done it. The wise-looking Native American farmhand, Eddie Bear, looks up into Grady's room and sees him, bloody and smiling. Eddie Bear comes over, reporting he hasn't found anything but would like to talk to Grady. He sends Helena and Rowdy out of the room. He pulls out his knife and confronts the seemingly bedridden Grady. He tells him a story about when his uncle disappeared when he was a kid and how he came back not looking or acting right. Gaunt Grady sits up and threatens Eddie, telling him he hopes this farm isn't his undoing. Eddie tells Rowdy his theory, including that Grady is a lot stronger than he thinks. He asks him if he ever heard of a Wendigo, a kind of spirit that gets inside people when they're weak and starving. He tells Rowdy the uncle story, how livestock and people started going missing when his uncle returned until the sheriff showed up and shot him. Helena goes to check on her husband. He wakes up asking her what happened. He remembers getting lost and hiding in a shallow cave as his friends went for help and never came back. He remembers a voice telling him he'd save him if he just let him in. You just have to eat. And you know Jasper was so weak by then, I couldn't help him. I had to eat. I had to, he tells his wife, pretty much guaranteeing they'll never make out again. I guess I'll tell the kids that you're feeling better. They'll be so happy, is her response to her husband's confession of cannibalism. He approaches her, hungrily, and grabs her by the neck. Just then, Rowdy bursts in with a shotgun. He tells his brother to go back to bed so he doesn't have to shoot him. Instead, Grady runs out like demon and starts making horrible screaming noises. They grab the boys and head for the door. Eddie Bear meets them there with a hatchet. Upstairs, possessed demon dad goes crazy, throwing things while Eddie and Rowdy discuss who's going to kill him. Mom tries to explain to the kids that Daddy's gone hungry psycho. Mom runs to Eddie's trailer outside with the boys. Eddie goes upstairs to flush Grady out so his brother can shoot him. The bedroom is a mess, and Eddie looks around for Grady, not seeing him until it's too late. Rowdy goes to the trailer and gives Derek the shotgun, saying he's going after Grady. Rowdy tells Mom that if he doesn't come back, she should tell the boys the truth when the time is right. He goes to the locked shotgun cabinet and grabs another. Grady finds Eddie lying in a pool of blood on the floor, still alive. "He'll eat you all," he tells Rowdy before dying. On his bum leg, Rowdy goes looking for his brother. He follows the blood trail to the bedroom, kicking open the door. Grady lies back in bed, covers pulled to his chin. "Forgive me, Grady, it's over," Rowdy says, raising the shotgun. Just then, Grady lunges at him in hungry hippo mode. Nasty death noises follow. Helena grabs the kids and runs from the trailer into the barn, then knocking on the barn door. Mom takes aim. Grady's bloody fingers open the door. He tries to reason with her, sweetly asking her to put the gun down. She wants to know what happened to Rowdy. He cackles and holds up Rowdy's corpse. "I brought dinner," he says. Grady drags Helena into the kitchen and tells her to start cooking. She puts on a pot of water. He hands her some carrots and an onion. He tosses Rowdy's corpse onto the table and tells her to start carving. He hands her a butcher knife. He whacks her when she refuses, knocking her against the wall. She sees Derek waiting in the hallway and agrees to butcher Rowdy to buy time. She hacks away at the body, getting chunks to put in the pot as Derek gets the shotgun cabinet keys out of his Uncle Dinner's pocket. Derek frantically tries keys as Helena serves up Rowdy stew. Grady tells her to eat some too. He puts a spoon in front of her as Derek loads shotgun shells into the gun. He drops one. Helena takes a bite of Rowdy to distract Grady from the noise. He's grown more sinewy, pale, and beady-eyed as the evening of feeding progresses. Grady tells Helena how he thought about his brother when he was in the mountains and how he felt rage. He takes it out on his stew. He tells Helena he let the spirit in because of his rage over Rowdy. She grabs her bowl and bashes Grady over the head with it. Derek runs in and shoots his dad, but Helena is knocked into a glass cupboard in the process. She cut badly, and Grady runs off. Helena tells Derek to go help his brother. Tim hides in the barn as Grady hunts him. Derek enters in time to see Grady strangling Tim, but Tim breaks free of his grip by biting off his ear. Derek shoots Grady, but again Grady survives being shot and overpowers the boys. He is about to kill Derek when Elena sticks the rifle barrel in his mouth and shoots him, this time killing him. The episode ends with the boys and their mother facing each other over the corpse as an unnatural howl sounds out in the cold surrounding night.